first is York Timber. Now, if I tell you a little bit about this business, the core business of the group is sawmilling. It's as simple as that. Let's have a chat now to Peter van Zyl, who's the CEO of York Timber. Peter, thanks very much for joining us this lunchtime. Year to June, these numbers are. Revenue is up 2%. You managed to increase your prices up 5%, but revenue at 2%, you say it's solid, but it seems a bit disappointing to me.
Hilton, the market was slow in the latter part of the year. But despite that, if you look at our EBITDA levels, we did very well. If you consider that we procured 25% more external raw material than last year. And also on top of that, if you were to put that maybe in a different way, if you would equate that to an EBITDA level, you would have produced additional 140 million rand of EBITDA to what we've produced. So although the market was not our saving or the big performer this year for York, it's more our internal efficiencies that drive our results.
Yeah, and you have to have some internal efficiencies when you're confronted with labour issues and rising costs of labour, electricity issues, and also insurance. How bad have they been?
I think we were quite fortunate as York. When we did the restructuring of the business, we set a few principles in place. First of that was to bring the unions with us. And we have made sure that they fully understand the challenges that the company faces. So as far as York is concerned, we didn't have any labour unrest. However, some of our suppliers and of course the transport industry, and we all know what happened with the rest of the other industries that went on strike. We were not exposed to that. But it did impact our results, and definitely if you look at some of our customer base, the resellers, how that impacted their results. So that resulted in a softening of the market in the latter part of our financial year.
We spoke to a company called Accentuate last week on the occasion of their results, Peter, and they said to us, we are at the mercy of infrastructure rollout, mainly from the public sector, and also the private building construction business. So, I suppose that's exactly the same for you.
In a way, I think we have turned the focus of York just to only rely on the so-called residential side of the market. If you look at the building construction, 350 billion rand industry, of which 240 billion of that is raw materials. And certain side of that market, York did not participate in the past. And with our acquisition of the wholesale division from Elliott, our strategy is to tap into a market which we estimated in the region of 80 to 85 billion rand, which we have not supplied before. So we are changing the focus of the business and our marketing strategy while we're also looking internally to improve our efficiencies.
So you've had that acquisition, which is part of your, as you call it, unfolding growth strategy. What about outside the borders of South Africa? It's the same question that we ask everybody on CNBC Africa because it's such a pertinent issue at the moment. Are you expanding beyond South Africa's borders?
Yes, we are, and I think there's a story to that. It's just not just to say we do it. It's all about the how. Logistics plays a critical role of it. You have to have the right partners lined up to do so as well. As far as our expansion into the neighbouring territories of Mpumalanga and even Namibia, Angola, Botswana, these markets have been very well good for us, and it showed very good growth. Sorry, I didn't include Mozambique there. But if you want to go a bit further than that, I think logistics becomes a huge challenge. But we are looking at the right partners and we are exploring alternatives. I think our wholesale division strategy is also to align ourselves with big construction businesses, and we would like to provide a timber stop solution for them. And that's where the repositioning of York is going to happen in the marketplace. Away from the traditional housing market, more to be the timber supplier to your big construction businesses and give them a one-stop solution for their operations.